Let's investigate it, let's debunk. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Who production shining bright? Fake hauntings just won't survive. Let's seek the truth and get it right. And debunk those lies hidden in the night. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Who Productions, here we go. Bringing you the truth about the paranormal. Not letting the fakers spread lies and junk. Let's investigate it, let's debunk. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Who Productions shining bright. Fake hauntings just won't survive. Let's seek the truth and get it right. And debunk those lies hidden in the night. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Productions, here we go. Bringing you the truth about the paranormal. Not letting the fakers spread lies and junk. Let's investigate it, let's debunk. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Who Productions shining bright.
Oh,
Hey everybody, how is it going? It is Monday, so that means we're going to be on, in theory. We try to every week, but we don't always make it. Yeah, well, let's say hello and then we'll start the show properly. So we've got, we'll just call you Toe Jam.
it's Toe Jam.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us. You said you're new, so thank you for joining us tonight. Lone Wolf, hello. Laura from Rawside, hello. Denny's Flood, how are you? Michael Burkeen is in the house. Negative Ones is here. Munin the Raven is here. Giselle is here. God, I feel like I look at the goddamn thing like this, like got old ass eyes or some shit. Laura, hello. Negative Ones, hello. Pinky is in the house. How are you? Are you doing your nails while we're doing this?
Yep.
Okay, that's a little weird, but you do you.
I gotta have them painted because I can't have them all chipped.
Scarborough, how's it going? Jimmy from Drum Blanket is in the house. Jimmy, we're going to talk about you here in a second. Oh no.
What?
Huh?
What? You said, oh no.
Yeah, because we're going to talk about Jimmy here in a minute.
Oh.
And he probably has no idea what he did wrong. We haven't said yet. Yeah, I just wanted to put him in the thumbnail and put us over top of it. Not my greatest thumbnail, but hey, it works. Kristen is in the house. Hello. James is in the house. Friday House. Him and I have been talking a little bit lately. Wandering Wenchy is in the house. Hello. The Pink Angel is different than Pinky, so hello. How are you? Ozzy Cat is here. Hello. Candy 7, our wonderful mod since day one, is in the house trying to keep us in line. Actually keep you guys in line. Actually, it's never a problem with you guys. You guys are always good in chat.
We've only had one time we had issues,
yeah.
and
Spencer,
but at that point we had, I think, 10 mods in the. We made 10 people mods that day.
Yeah, it was the biffness.
Yeah.
Nas for K2, hello. Nicole W, how's it going?
But we had to do that because with Biff.
Yeah, we knew he was going to come in.
We knew, and we didn't know how many people he was going to bring with him, which he didn't, which was surprising.
Because he doesn't have people.
That's true. Everybody just puts up
T-Bex,
with him,
hello.
I think. Or
Three
they
Storms in the
tolerate
house.
him.
Hello. Petals, how are you?
Oh, okay.
Okay, I made it to the bottom of the chat. That was actually relatively quick.
Dang, I thought I would have my nails done by the time he got through the chat.
Got there.
I'm
Sir,
shocked.
First order of business, since Lord Beagle announced it the other day, I can announce it now because we flirted around with it last week, is that we're going to be collabing with some people.
We had a big chat in the beginning of our last show, Lord Beagle and I.
Yep. But we're going to be investigating with Lord Beagle, Jess from Heart Mode Horror, Jake Hartz, Jimmy from Drum Blanket, and Andrew Stonerock. I don't know. Is Amber going? Does anybody know? Amber Dust? Wasn't quite sure if she was going, but we're all going to meet up. Yeah, he did say at the Collingwood, so we can go ahead and say that sometime later in the year.
We were excited because he reached
I'm
out
pretty
to
stoked,
us.
yeah.
to get information, and then after we gave them information, gave them our personal experiences, and told them some of the stuff, like our hot spots that we like to go to, and some of the hot spots in that. Then they asked us like the next day then if we wanted to go with them.
And I wasn't. So I did say like, look, I mean, I am not trying to get in on your investigation. That was not my. Like I didn't.
We tell them we just wanted to meet up.
I just wanted to meet with them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's all people, and you guys are coming to our city. Like I just want to meet you guys. You guys can do your investigation. In fact, we're probably going to go as camera people and tour guides more so than anything else.
And where just personal experience happens.
We're going to let them do their thing, but be a part of it. And it's fucking awesome.
No, not Amber.
Amber's not coming. Okay, well, that sucks, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's going to be cool to meet all these people. Reality Remixers in the house. Hello, Reality. You were. I've watched a lot of stuff over the last couple of days.
So who's
with this game? Huh? Drum Blanket. That's Jimmy.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't.
Well, he also goes Ghost Quest.
Ghost Quest. I know. Okay.
Yeah, Drum Blanket is his other channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beagle announced it last week, so like I said, I didn't want to announce it until he said something. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Couldn't be with a nicer group of people.
I even said, because I mean because when we were talking, I kind of had said I don't care to go in the basement. Mm-hmm. I said, however, I'll go down there with them. Just so I can give them where my experiences have happened down there. So
yeah, but every time you go down there, then it gets weird afterwards.
So. I know, but I told them I would do it just so they can. Man, my cheeks.
No, you can leave your clothes on. I'm not interested in seeing any of that. Sorry, Jimmy. I'm just not. Joe is in the house. Hello, Pam Spencer. How are you?
Joe is here.
Pomp is here.
Did you say Joe was here?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I just said it. And then you said, "Did you see Joe's here?"
Oh,
I literally just said. Okay. She doesn't listen to me. Proof?
Not a lot. Sometimes.
Proof positive. I don't believe you. I say some pretty dumb shit.
I sometimes tune you.
Yeah, we took Wandering Wenchie down the basement last time.
Joe's like, I'm going, right?
Oh, you're going too? I did not know that. Fuck yeah.
Oh my gosh, I get to meet Joe too? Yeah. Dang.
No, I did not know you were going, Joe.
So is there going to be more than 10 people?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so. Yeah, we don't need to see little Jimmy.
So it's Jimmy, Joe, Lord Beagle, Hart, Garth, Stone Rock,
Valkyrie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Garth is Hart's
8,
husband.
9, 10. So 10.
Who is Valkyrie? I thought Jake Hart's was going too. Oh, she said she's missing one. Yeah, Jake Hart's, I'm pretty sure, was on that list too.
Yeah, because then that would be 10.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fucking blast, guys. We're definitely gonna have fun.
So it'll be interesting too, because now if Joe's going to show him where those my hot spots are. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, Garth is Heart Mode's other half, indeed. If I remember right, he's a good-looking dude. I think he was on a live stream that she did once.
Why do you always point that out?
I don't know. What's wrong
you
with
just
that? Like, I'm not gay. I just
no, but it's just funny. Well, no. Then this is funny though, because you always think you know my type, but then you.
I didn't say he was your type. I just said he was a good-looking dude.
But you did about somebody.
Yeah, side guy is Dana's type.
No, he's not. His voice.
Be careful.
No, I can't say that because I've not actually seen him in person.
Hey, Michael, what's up? Yeah, it's very hot.
Him.
Weird.
Yeah, I've seen, but I have not seen in person.
Right.
So that might make a difference. But the voice, there we go.
Safe word is sparkle horse. My safe word is giraffe, Jimmy, just in case shit gets out of control.
Well, yeah, and it's ironically funny because that when we're anywhere, our safe word for anything is giraffe.
Because no one's gonna say giraffe just because. What is up, Victor? How's it going?
Hey, what are you doing? Get out of there.
Deciding she's going to be a terrorist like she was last week.
Hey, get out. Out. You were laying down. Now you're going to be a pain in the booty?
Yeah, we are going to talk about the Mason stuff.
Ouch.
And when we start, I want you all to know I have talked to Mason.
Ouch.
Kind of told him we were going to do this live stream. This is not a hate fest. This is not a Mason, you fucked up. This is not any of that. This is just, he said some things that I disagree with. Joe's already addressed it. Beagle and Heart Mode have addressed it. I just I feel like I'm always late to the party. And, but we do our lives on Mondays, and this happened.
But you might have went live yesterday if we had not just drove 3 hours.
Well, and when I got home,
you were in a lot of pain. Yeah.
I actually didn't work today because my back is ripped. I'm highly medicated right now.
My safe word is kumquat. That's a
Who's
good
this?
one. Hey! You let him lay
Yeah,
down
kumquat.
too.
You're not going to bust that out unless you.
Yeah, I mean.
No, you're not going to just randomly say that. So.
But it's funny because
That's a good safe
I mean, when somebody heard that was giraffe, they're like, "How?" And it's like, I don't know, because one day that you just picked giraffe, and that's how we went. We went with giraffe. So.
Yes, we all love Mason. He's doing very good things. His investigations are good.
What
So
are
we're
you
not.
doing?
This is not a Mason shitfest by any means.
Cookies.
But he did say some stuff that I just I didn't care for that. So where do I start? Because I got 3 pages of notes.
3 pages.
Yeah.
What the heck?
So I was going to start out with his original video that he did last Thursday, his live stream. But then I kind of got into the newest one because the order of events. Mason did a live stream on Thursday. Joe, Reality Mixer, Friday House, and Dawson did one Saturday night, which we listened to on the way home from our drive on Sunday.
Now this is funny because I'm going to out myself. Joe, you put me to sleep. And then I woke up as soon as when Dawson came on, I woke right back up. It was kind of funny.
But in all fairness to Joe, you didn't really sleep very well this weekend. So
yeah, but it was funny because it was like, dang. I did listen to part of it though, and then I fell asleep. Yep. And then I didn't wake up till Dawson came on.
And then when we got home, I couldn't stand up to get out of the car.
Yeah,
it was fantastic, and that's why I stayed home today. I actually went to work, and he told me to just go home. So
I went to work.
I tried, but he saw me walk, and he's like, "Yeah, get the fuck out of here."
I went to work,
and we may. Whoops. And if Mason ends up coming in here, we may end up sending him the link like later on in the evening. I just wanted to say things first, and then But if he's got issues, he can make a video or we can chat. Him and we're definitely gonna have him on a stream soon, because like I said, we don't dislike the guy. This isn't about any of that bullshit.
Joe,
doing a video
not lame. Sorry, Joe, not lame. Apparently, your voice was enough to be calming for me that it put me to sleep.
Perhaps doing a video would be better. Yeah, it was a long live stream. Not gonna lie.
Cree, we're going to the Collingwood.
Yeah, we're going. They're invading Toledo, and I feel like we need to.
Englishman has a message for you.
Yeah, he got sent home from work today too because of his back. Sounds like it sounded like just recently. I saw something on Facebook. So
that sucks.
But again, looking forward to meeting all of you guys. I can't believe I haven't met up with Stone Rock yet. He's only in Dayton.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Yeah, that's
2 hours from us.
Right. Well, yeah, we gotta make it happen. So yep, his back got messed up today. So all right, let's get into it. Let me pull up this video.
Did you see Joe?
What?
Joe. Yeah.
Okay, Joe is going to have, hang on one second. Let me pause this over. Yeah. Okay. Joe is going to have Mason on within the next week or two. Cool. Yeah, we could probably join that. Depends on when it is, but yeah. Yeah, again, like I said, there's no shade going to Mason. This isn't like, oh, Boo is pissed off at the paranormal engineer. No, I'm not. I just fundamentally disagree with some of his takes.
And I even disagreed on some of the stuff, which is odd for me because I don't listen to a lot of stuff. But
yeah, Dana doesn't really get much into
the video stuff,
YouTube paranormal stuff. So like, she's going to be blindsided pretty much with what we're going to show tonight. Mm-hmm. All right, let's start with this first one, maybe. Yes, we need to play this clip.
Paranormal engineer.
That's Mason.
Yeah, right there. I was too tired to do the live yesterday. Not yesterday, not up to my standards, honestly, and should have made it. My points were much better in the first live.
No, I get that. And really, but like you didn't. I know there was a confusing thing at the end because you went live a second time for like 10 minutes. I do feel like you missed the joke, but then you hand up. I missed the joke. My bad. So it's all good. Nobody's mad about that. I don't think. And Mason, I think you and Dawson, because we know Dawson pretty well. I think you guys would absolutely get along. You and I would love to see him and Dawson do a live stream together. I think it would be like Dawson and Kenny. Although
Yes.
I don't know that Mason would yell at Dawson like Kenny does.
Kenny has a relationship like I have with Dawson. It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, Dawson gets in trouble.
I think when you have the love-hate relationship, it's totally different than with other people.
And it's great for content too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest.
Dawson gives us a good chuckle.
Yeah, James, we need to do that. Just everybody fucking get on and fight. But at the end of the day, we're like play fighting because no one's fighting for real. Which that's good. But I will say this too. I love the conversations that have happened since Thursday up to today. Like it's been very, very good dialogue. It's been a very good example of how people can disagree and not be dicks. Yeah, it's been great. I think it's a lot of issues do need to be talked about that were talked about. Sorry, let's blow this up. Let's go to full screen. I do want to take this back to a certain point though. Wait, what is all that shit?
Because you want.
Oh no, that's his live stream stuff. I want to take it back to this point here because basically this is Joe making the same point that we just made. And Joe, you beat me to the punch on a lot of stuff, but okay.
It's a haunted pigeon?
No. That's a whole backstory.
Okay.
Because the whole live stream started to be about the Conjuring House. And Mason was basically saying, I'm on Team Pigeon, which is nothing to do with anything because he doesn't give a shit about all the Conjuring House drama. Okay. So he's Team Pigeon. That's why. It's got to add a little context here. Hopefully everybody else knows that. But
not just the pigeons.
I'm Team Rooster.
We know a rooster.
We do know a rooster. He's a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got to share screen.
Back there's what he painted for you.
Oh, shit. You're going to need headphones.
Dang it.
Turn my headphones up. Doesn't really matter which way they go.
Yes, they do for me.
Okay. Let's see. Share screen. We're going to share the entire screen. We're going to share this one with audio. That shouldn't be an option. That should just be automatic. Hey, Jimmy Hogan, how's it going? All right. All right, here we go. So I just wanted to play this real quick because it's, I think, the sentiment of everybody involved.
From our goals. And so that's why I decided I wanted to have this talk today. I'm going to say hello to a few people who have come in. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Lord Beagle, welcome in. Paranormal Simulations, I hope you're doing well.
The point's coming up.
Hey, everybody. Crowdfunding a pigeon to buy the Conjuring House. I love that idea.
I totally wrote down.
I do care. I do care because I don't want to see the price being insanely ridiculous.
Oh, I'm in the wrong.
Exposing
that's
bad investigative practices.
Jeez.
God damn it. Because I had two videos. Hang on. Give me a second, guys, to pull up the other video. Jesus Christ. We are fucking professionals here, I promise. We don't need to watch John Gotti, I don't think.
Which you guys
damn it. Okay, sorry guys, we can't see chat or nothing. Give me 1 second.
I can.
Okay, you can, but I can't.
Yep, because I'm that good.
we got to go.
There's always technical difficulties.
It's not technical. It's I'm an idiot. That's the problem.
Okay.
All right. Give me
I know.
one
You
second.
had one job, Joe. One job.
Yeah, I suck at this.
You even
I can
showed
admit
me
that.
that one night because I laughed about the backdrop on the fridge.
Yeah, he's got like, I don't know. Did you get a refrigerator for Christmas, Mason? Maybe?
Oh, it was just kind of funny.
Because this shit looks wrapped. I don't know why. Okay. Wait, God damn it. This is the wrong one.
What the heck are you doing?
Ugh. This
What?
is the 9-minute one he made after the original one. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Doesn't help that I'm blind as a bat. Let's go here.
You just got new glasses.
Yeah, but I gotta tilt my head up like I'm some fucking old person does.
So you should have taken them back.
Is this it? This is the one. Okay.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Does not require.
All right, guys. We have gone a long way to get back to where we wanted to be 5 minutes ago. Shut up, Joe. Fuck you. Just kidding. All right, here we go.
Yeah, you would think, right, Joe?
And we got microphone stands in the way and shit. Like,
That's your problem.
Thank you.
There were a few things that were just made my head turn sideways.
yeah,
I don't have to
get
be that loud with this thing.
Okay.
Never used a mic like this.
Mason or paranormal engineer, great dude, love what he's doing. But
Thank you.
there were a few things that were just made my head turn sideways, to be quite honest.
And that's kind of
sit still,
who
Mason. He's just like all over the place.
he's drinking coffee. I choose rum for such events, but yeah, no, that was the point. So like, this isn't about hating Mason or any of that shit. So let's not turn this into. This is a very, very good discussion, and I want to focus on that point. So that's why we played this one first. Let's see. Like, where do I want to go? Because like I said, this could go in so many different directions. Let's just start with the first video. So let's go ahead and get rid of this one.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to.
You're confusing me.
I don't even know where that went.
Probably
where did
back.
that
Did
tab
you
go?
drop it down there?
I don't know where that tab went.
Drop
Just-
drop down that screen right there.
Where?
Drop this down, or pull it down.
How?
Just pull it down. Shrink it.
I don't know how.
Oh my gosh! I swear to God, I need to take control
How do I
of
shrink
the
it?
computer.
Oh,
Oh
this
my
one?
God! Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now take the little little box. There you go. Is it down? Nope, you
No,
don't
it's
have it down
gone.
there. So I have no idea what you did with
We
it.
just lost this whole fucking thing here. God damn. Sorry, guys. Yeah, get your popcorn, James. We'll be back.
Oh, I got little popcorns today, about this big.
Huh?
I got little popcorns this big. I do have popcorn though.
Let's not derail me.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So where did I? Okay, let me find my first timestamp on this one. I think it starts at 3:40 because I think he jumped right into it. All right, let's go ahead and watch this. It's probably the wrong spot, but we'll try.
So,
Chris,
same thing with
grab you a
Jason.
drink.
Like, I just don't care. I don't care who owns it. The Conjuring house has been debunked thoroughly. All right. We know the
Yeah,
Warrens
we-
are full of it. The parents, look, parent story also has a lot of holes. The claims have been investigated. There's nothing left to do with the Conjuring house, right? Except for the movies. We want more movies,
Okay,
obviously. And
that's my point. So what he's saying here, Mason, if you're still here, correct me if I get any of this wrong. Goth Gal, how's it going?
Goth Gal, yes, I do have to help him sometimes figure out stuff on his phone.
I'm 53. I'm allowed to be stupid.
I'm 55.
Yeah, but you're more in your phone, tech savvy in that way.
Well, I did work for Verizon at one point, so I guess. But
yeah, basically he's saying that like we should just avoid the Conjuring House. And again, Mason, if you're in here and I say anything out of line or out of context, correct me. I just disagree with that. I think a lot of things have been debunked. A lot of these big teams that have gone there, their claims that they're making have been debunked. But not everything at the Conjuring House has been debunked. There's a lot of stuff that Joe and Matt did in their documentary that like were interesting and have not been debunked. The chair has been debunked. It took like 3 years and somebody finally debunked it, but I believe that debunk was accurate. And that's what happened with that chair movie. But we can't say that everything at the Conjuring House has been debunked. I do know that the parents' story, Andrea's 3 books on the topic are, I can't say they're not real because I don't know. But I can say it's very, very, very unlikely that they're real. Because they are, there's lunatic claims, I guess, kind of made.
You know what's funny though,
like,
too?
Hey,
If you
mediums,
could,
how you doing?
if anybody, I don't know if anybody else has seen her do a presentation.
Yeah, has anybody seen Andrea Perrin do a presentation?
Because she does not very much talk about Conjuring House.
No.
We thought we
minutes.
went, if that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like hardly anything on the Conjuring. It was about the aliens in her backyard.
Her community. She loves Cody and Story.
Yeah.
Absolutely loves them. They are.
I will never forget when the last Parafest we went, that she was at the same one with us, and we just got done doing the Corey and Satori thing, or what is it?
Cody and
Satori, and we were playing a video. We were playing the video on our TV,
and her booth was right across from ours.
Her booth was like catty corner where it was like right in eyesight, so we had to change.
It's like, damn it.
So we actually changed the corner of the table that it was on.
Yeah, because
so it wasn't right at her, so it was kind of facing this way instead of right at her. So that was like,
and I'm not backing off on my beliefs when I do something like that, but I don't want to go to these places and start shit.
Yeah, but it was also funny because then she was outside showing some lady the sky, and for like 30 minutes, the lady sat out there looking at nothing in the sky.
I went out to smoke, and Andrea was talking to this lady, and they're looking up in the sky, and then Andrea, because she does smoke, she put her cigarette out, went inside. This lady, I shit you not, for 30 minutes was like this, staring up in the sky. Apparently they saw something she was following. Hey John, what's up?
It was crazy.
Philip is in the house. Hello. Yeah, it was really.
She was really nice funny. Though. I mean, she's sweetest nice lady. Loved meeting her. Very friendly, very cordial, but out there.
She's one of those that I don't like. This could get me in trouble. I don't think she's full of shit. She 1000% believes in what she's saying. I don't think she's making things up or faking things. No. I don't think her story is not how she remembers it. Like, I could totally be wrong, but I think it's just her. I think her memory's flawed, I guess, is a nice way to say it.
Well, and she could have things that are blocked, and so she remembers them differently.
Yeah.
Or like she's just
who knows? Was there
them
trauma that happened at that house, like with family trauma stuff? I mean, we none of us know. Yeah. But I guess my point is, hey Parasolo, is that not everything at the Conjuring House has been debunked. So to say don't go there, we're done with this, it's over, is just a bad take on it.
It's like going anywhere. Every time you go, you're not guaranteed something's going to happen, but the next time you could go 100 times, and that 101th time, there's going to be something different that happens.
So we can't say a place, and that's the thing. So these paranormal channels, and this is one thing, one of Mason's points. I mean, I guess I'm tagging on to part of it. The paranormal channels say every place is haunted. They go in with that assumption, this place is haunted. We got this because our stupid fucking phone did this and whatever. So everything is haunted to them. And then you've got other people that go in there and say, well, if it didn't happen when I was there, therefore it's not haunted. And that's just not accurate as well. Debunkers going to a location one time and then saying it's not haunted, we can't do that.
No, we go Collingwood, for example. We've gone there how many times, and not every time we go there. Yeah, not every time we go there does something happen.
How's it going?
It's like it's a hit and miss.
Most of the time nothing does.
Yeah.
But things have happened there that, again, I can't explain. I haven't heard anybody else explain them, and we haven't put them out on YouTube yet.
Nope.
I need to get better at putting my investigations out on YouTube. That's for sure. We've got one real investigation video, right? That's that school that we went to with. And
you have some other ones
again,
with
that was kind of ghost
that you
hunting.
went with Seg and Dawson.
Yeah, but I haven't put them up on.
No, but I'm saying you need to put stuff up.
And we never said that the house was haunted in our documentary. We gave our opinions and left it open. Exactly. I don't think I've ever.
But we even
have I said some places haunted? Probably. But maybe the more accurate statement would be, I believe that this place is haunted. We don't have proof, but I really, really do think so.
I think, and a lot of times we'll say, I mean, in our experiences, these are things that happen to us. Take it or leave it. Do you think it's haunted or not?
And one thing Mason really drives home to, and maybe we won't go to all these clips and the videos and stuff, but he investigates claims, which is fantastic. But that's not the only way to investigate, because not all claims are investigatable. I've had things happen to me at these places that there's no way to prove or disprove. So we can't say it's haunted or not haunted because I had a personal experience that we can prove or disprove. Sky Talker, hello, good evening, and thank you for the Gifted One Boo Productions membership. Whoever got that, say thank you in the chat, please. Sky's been around from the beginning, and we love you, Sky. I hope all is well. Hope your health is good. Sky does go from time to time with some health issues, which sucks, but no, this guy's good people. She has been a member for 24 months. She's 2 again. That's awesome. Congrats on being 2. So Sky is one of the original members. When we put it up, it apparently was 2 years ago.
It's been a little bit over 2 years, but she was one of the very first ones that was a regular.
Yep. I think Fantastic Publishing was too.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I get myself in trouble because I'm going to forget some. And like people are going to be like, "Hey, I was here too." Mike,
there's been quite. But there's been quite a few that have been following for quite some time.
Again, thanks for the support. We are going to be putting videos out soon. I obviously have taken a.
Mrs. Boo's actually going to be putting some out too.
Yeah, we got to start working on this shit though.
But you know what though? I think we're finally getting
over embellishment. So, Kag agrees is a brilliant point that Joe may or may not have made. We got to find it.
Wow. An older one that he said? I think it was the one you had.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Whatever Joe said, that was brilliant.
Yeah, a member for 18 months.
Thank you, John, for being a member for 18 months. So you've been around for a long time too. That is awesome. Yeah, play that comment. Let's read that one. The one that you're having.
I know.
I'm so lost in all of this. No, this is not drama, Kim. That's the thing. There's a lot of us that are having an open conversation, and we're doing it in videos, but this is not drama. This is just, we're talking about actually investigation methods and things like that. And there is something I want to talk about tonight as an honest question later on. What's that? Hey, Ken, first of all, how are you doing? I've gone on investigations not because of particular claims, but because of the history and overall experiences others have had. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But see, experiences others have had are kind of like claims. However, they can't all be tested. And that's kind of one of my, this is what it appeared to be. And this is how Kenny does it. Kenny Biddle investigates claims. That's it. Claims that can be tested. Well, the problem is not all claims can be test it. You cannot test
But
everything.
you can't test some of the stuff that has happened to me at Collingwood.
Or even at home when you got scratched.
Yeah, you can't.
We can't test that. You know what I mean? There's no way to. Excuse me. We should play that one. Everyone should be allowed to have their own opinion, but also allow others to have. Exactly. That's the whole point of everything. No one is hating on anybody here. Ken, 13 months. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you stuck around this long, but it is what it is. Maybe you're holding out for demon chicken. I don't know.
Oh, damn. We got to decide when we're doing demon chicken.
Yeah, we're going to do it soon. I thought we decided Memorial Day.
Did we? Memorial Day's passed.
Or Labor Day, I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do it.
Well, because 4th of July is out, because it's going to be crazy. Because my brother's having surgery.
Yeah, let's play Wayne's question.
Where it is. There it is. Can you actually say that?
You actually say a house is haunted if we can't verify if ghosts are. No, and that's the thing.
That's our opinion.
That's why I say I tend to lean towards I think this place is haunted because I don't have definitive proof. I have things that have happened that I can't explain. I've had things that have happened that are interesting. A lot of times nothing happens. Most of the time nothing happens. So yes, and that's my point. These paranormal channels, the bulk of them, absolutely every day of the week say everything is haunted. Whereas I say, I think this place is, but this place isn't. You know, but then again, we can't say it isn't if we've only gone to a place like that school. There were absolutely nothing happened that night. Nothing to even go, no noises to even go chase down.
Code spots. That was about it. I had code spots.
And even there, but like, do I think it's haunted? It could be.
No.
I don't know. But I'm not going to say it's not haunted because
but I did hit on other things.
Right. So
that I had no idea. But
play CAGs again, please. Or we have had experiences there that we can't explain or but exactly. And I classify those as interesting, not evidence. All right. Unsure if you already talked about it, but what are your thoughts on belief versus science in the paranormal? I've been hearing a lot about belief not being valid in investigations. I guess if you're talking scientific and that's something I wanted to talk about. Maybe this is the time to talk about it.
There's a difference.
And I really want input from the chat. Hey, Dust, how's it going? I hope you're feeling good, brother. Can we even apply the scientific
Do you want to make
method?
us bigger while we're talking about this?
Yeah, we'll do that. We might get back to some of that. I definitely want to talk about other stuff that was said, but can we actually imply the scientific method in a paranormal investigation? That is an open question to chat. I don't know that we can. So there are ways to be more scientific, I feel. But can we actually hit the scientific method on paranormal investigations? What do you think? Or do you want a moment to think about it?
I mean, we try to do some things with a scientific approach, but is it? But it's not.
But is it really scientific?
But it's not. No, it's not like the Estes method.
That's not scientific.
No, but I'm just saying, people would say that's scientific. Some people would say that's scientific because you're trying to take away senses and that, and you can recreate that.
But there is absolute. The scientific method on the Estes method would say that no, it's a radio.
But that's fine. But I'm saying that part of it, the radio part, no. But taking away somebody's senses to do an experiment that part of it could be, but the other part of it is not.
I think a better version of what you would be saying is like that naked experience.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too. Yes. That naked experience.
That was actually something. I don't want to say that was the scientific method, but that was definitely more of a scientific experiment than what anybody else is doing.
Yeah.
Not anybody else. I'm saying than what a lot of people are doing on YouTube. Okay, yes and no. I think there are absolutely things that it can apply to, but there are things that I think, right, like I believe in God. Is there proof that God exists? Absolutely not. There's none. It will never be proven. It's a belief. Um, does that mean God is real? No. I mean, I believe him to be real. So, like, that's the thing. There are some things science, the way it is now, just cannot prove or disprove. Until such time as there is an absolute way to determine what we are hearing, seeing, sensing, etc. We cannot definitively. Yes, I 1000% agree with that. We can't say it's haunted. We can't say it's not haunted. There's places that I believe are haunted, but I can't say that for sure because there's no legit evidence. I've got things that I can show you on places that are like, okay, I can't explain that. But that doesn't mean it's haunted.
I don't know what's the difference between opinion and belief because I get different answers when I ask. You know what I mean. Okay.
Yeah, us humans are pretty fucked up. Just kidding.
All right. So things like data collection is possible, looking for correlations.
But how do you? So using the scientific method. Let's say we're at a place and a chair falls over.
Mhm.
Yeah, can you because the scientific method involves repeating experiments. Like a lot of paranormal activity or perceived paranormal activity is like a one and done event.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't happen over and over. Like that, if you set the chair up, it's probably not going to fall over again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess if it does, then you can maybe do some scientific method stuff and see if it does fall over again and come up with a reason why. But like it's not repeat. The events that happen are not always repeatable. There are some that do, like Mason when he went to the Sally house, he kept hearing this. I think he said it was like a crunchy sound, but it was the plastic that people put on the insides of their windows in the winter, and there was a draft. That's explainable, and you could experiment. Yeah. I guess. I mean, he came up with a perfectly logical reason why they were hearing.
I remember. Okay, this was a private residence that we went to, and it was in a basement, in Point Place.
And what now? Start over.
Okay, so because I remember we did a lot of stuff. So we were in a basement in Point Place with Tokes. I think so.
Yes. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
So there was swore that there was a light that turned on by itself.
What's up, Seg?
And it was like, there's no way. But we went through this entire basement. We locked somebody in the room. Yeah. And I mean, and we found out the light that he was seeing literally was coming from outside through a window that was, but it was bright enough that it was making it look like it was like, because we sat there like literally with a flashlight on the outside. I mean, we did everything. And so scientifically, I mean, we literally were like everything and anything that we could possibly think
of. It really
to
wasn't.
Do those.
But we weren't using the scientific method. I mean,
no, we were in a sense though, because we were using
logic.
We were logic, yeah. But I mean, we were trying to like everything, what possibly could be going on in the space. We actually looked at like what was
because it was a certain time that this was going on.
Yes,
and it was. So if somebody says, "Look, I see this weird light in this room," and he had the room taped off.
Yeah, yeah.
So we had to undo his tape to go in there and see what it possibly.
And then taped it back up with two of us in there.
And then we.
But then we also had to look at other things that were in that, because there was a lot of things that could have been contributing to stuff happening. Mm-hmm. And so we literally.
And that was another one where sadly the guy didn't believe us. Mm-mm. He just like, no, you're wrong. It's not that. It's like, dude, like, yeah, it is. like what you've described to us is your claim. Mm-hmm. We investigated your claim and proved that it was light coming in the window. And, some people just, they're not going to agree with you when you come up with, but we proved that that's absolutely what that was. We don't think that's what it was. We know that's what it was. So, Okay, let's catch up with chat. Sorry. So I don't know. Maybe we should go over the scientific method and see if there's any way we can use it. So, all right, let's mess with the chat here, or let's interact with the chat. I'll say, what is a common paranormal claim or something like that has happened when you've investigated or people have said this shit is going on in my house? Can you think of an example? And then we'll look at the scientific method and see.
Hey, wait, tell me again.
So, like, what are some things that people have said this is going on in my house, or things that have happened here?
Things that happen. Well, not really here because we already know everything here.
No, we don't.
Well, I kind of know stuff more than you do. For instance,
Pomp, you're German.
So, I mean, one of the things is we always do what's been on that property before. Because is there like ley lines? Is there old mine? Is there, I mean.
Hang on, I'm just going to start because we do have a good one. Cold spots. That is something I think you can apply the scientific method to. Because you can measure things with thermometers. You can look for drafts. There are ways to prove or disprove cold spots. Not saying that all cold spots are not real, but I'm saying like in each scenario, like if someone says we got a cold spot going on over here so one of the investigations that we did recently, we didn't actually full on investigate, but that couple that had the banging on their wall, could we have done the scientific method to that? We definitely looked into possible causes and didn't find any. But is there a way to apply the science? Let's look and see what it is first. For fuck's sake.
I don't know, because
I pulled this up earlier because I wanted to.
Because I mean, you couldn't repeat it.
We could not recreate it. Yeah. What they were describing, I 1,000% believe it.
Yeah, because then after we did a cleanse and everything, and they changed the energy in the home, it had stopped. So I mean,
so people are putting things in. We're kind of talking about sounds and things like that. So these people were describing a very specific bang on the wall at a very specific spot.
That wouldn't have been like where there would have been like venting.
There was no plumbing. I mean, I can't 1,000% say that there wasn't.
No, but where it was at, doubtful.
But I am a contractor, and if there would have been plumbing in that wall, it would have made 0 sense. Like, because it was way far away from any bathroom, kitchen, laundry room, anything that would have plumbing in it. It was far away from that. So it would be very, very, very unlikely, and I would even say not possible for plumbing to be in that
Kim, we did not ever hear the knocking.
What's that?
They asked, did you yourself
No,
hear?
We did not. Nope. But we
only had to go by their experience.
And we did go over the questionnaire with them, all of our shit. Like, they seem very credible people. I don't for 1 second think that they're making it up.
Here's this one.
You're the same thing. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, so a lot of I guess one of the criticisms is people saying that we should be using the scientific method when investigating paranormal stuff. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know that it's possible. And here's why. Okay, let's just go ahead and bring this up. This is what Google AI says. The first example, or the first part of the scientific method, is make an observation. The process begins when you notice something in the natural world or wonder why or how it happens. Example, you notice that a certain plant on your balcony grows faster than identical plants in your living room. Okay, I think we can all think of why that would happen, but then let's go back. So I guess we can make observations at haunted locations that are like that bang. That's an observation those people made. How could we have tested that? We would have had to sit there for a long fucking time, for one. Obviously, we look for plumbing, things like that could be in the wall that would bang. It wasn't critters. What they were describing is not critters, critter noises. So 2, ask a question. Turn your observation into a specific testable question. So chat, how could we have tested that question? The question was, what is banging on this wall? Because we're making the assumption that the banging did happen on the wall. So what is a question that we could test in that scenario? I'll give you guys all a second. And I know I'm missing a lot of chat, guys. Sorry.
I'm just responding to somebody.
Oh. I'm just looking to see if people are going to answer.
Paranormal Rooster is in the house.
Hey, we
just talked
about
you.
Just talked about you. You're going to have to go back and see the shit that we talked. It was bad. Just kidding.
Man, I'm getting like really bad.
What? Yeah, and Kels, that's what I'm trying to bring into this is people are saying that we should be bringing the scientific method into this. And that's what we're kind of, I'm wondering, is that even possible? You're getting what, bad headache? From what?
I don't know. It's just like a, really, I don't know.
So I guess that's why we're kind of going over this exercise. I still got more stuff to say about what Mason said.
What's the cause of the noise? Is that from our...
Okay, people are starting to answer. That's the thing. We don't know. It's knocking.
But after
it's knocking on the wall like somebody going boom, boom, boom.
But after we cleansed,
at a certain height.
After we cleansed, and they started doing doing a walkthrough cleanse themselves, like a couple times a week, it stopped, and it's gone. And they have, and I actually, the person, one of the people and I are supposed to talk tomorrow or Wednesday on the phone.
Oh, you're going to talk to her again?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's just catching up because weirdly enough, I had a really odd connection with this person, which normally that doesn't happen. But we have a lot of very similar things that have happened to us in the past couple of years. Yeah. So it was kind of odd, but.
So, Cree, that could absolutely be tested. I mean, but we would have to tear their house up. Obviously, we can't do that.
Pipes, you could have put something at the wall to record if there was.
Exactly. But the thing is, in this case, we were trying to get them to be at ease in their house. So we weren't. Because we tell people, do you want us to investigate? Do you want us to come and potentially stir shit up?
And they really didn't want that. They just wanted it to be kind of. Let's try this and see what happens.
Because I did suggest,
and they recently just moved into the house too.
I did say let's put up a DVR camera. Hang on one second. Visual was, yeah. I that's what I said. I'm a contractor. I am 99.9% certain there's no plumbing in that area because of where all the other, the kitchens and bathrooms are in the house. Like it's just not plumbing. But to 1,000% prove that, you'd have to tear the wall up and visually inspect to see if there's plumbing there. But there would be absolutely zero reason for any plumbing to be in that spot. These, I do agree with that. Houses make noises, settling, expansion, contraction, and whatnot. But these were knocks on the wall. In a specific place.
And it wasn't like, it was like somebody went bam, bam, bam from what they described. Where, even the dog was worried.
And that's the thing too, it was random. But yeah, that would be a good test to do is like, did it get blazing hot in there that day? Was it really cold? Like, you know what I mean? I think that particular claim you could maybe do the scientific method, but could you repeat it? It definitely was not animal.
No, because they just recently moved in, and
or
all that
ductwork.
was.
I did check for heating and cooling too.
Yeah, and there was nothing on the other side because they literally
it's an
had just
interior
moved
wall
in.
of their house.
Yeah, and it was crazy because there was nothing on the other side of that wall either. In the other room, there was nothing. So on both sides, there was nothing on either side of those walls.
And didn't they say something was making noise on their dresser or something too in the room?
Yeah,
that they were in?
like something was moving the handles
Yeah,
on
the
the
handles.
dresser, and then something would go by the piano downstairs.
That's actually one that I kind of wanted to investigate.
Yeah,
But
they don't have
they were
anything going on now.
scared.
Yeah.
They were scared, so we figured it's like, okay,
And it was a new home.
Get your mind at ease.
And it was a new home, so we
Right.
just did we just did a cleanse because they weren't fully moved in yet.
Right.
So we just did a cleanse, and that seemed to help.
And maybe this is wrong, but we did make the assumption that there was something in their house doing it. We didn't say it was evil, bad, scary, nothing. We just thought maybe it's your, did her mom pass away?
Yes.
We thought maybe it's your mom.
Yeah.
But here.
But then we found out something else with a piano in the house. And so it ends up, though, we believe there was a spirit there that got mad because it didn't know what happened, because they were more attached to the previous owners, and the previous owners just left them.
And this was a possibility. But again, we were trying to just get them to not be afraid of it. And then question came up on how to locate a speaker. Okay. Yeah, you can test for speakers in the walls. But see, this isn't a haunted location, so there would be no reason for a speaker to be in the wall in this particular scenario. But yeah, you could test it, I would say, with an EMF speaker or detector, because speakers give off a lot of EMF. Potentially voltage. You can't handle the show for a second, can you? Because I need to go refill, smoke, and pee, and I need to take my break. Okay, let's see. Okay, and here's the thing too. So I understand that the cleanse made this stop, but is that also and that's the thing, it very well could be. I know for a fact that we've done cases where we don't think anything legit is going on, but you put them in the proper headspace and all of a sudden the ghosts go away. You know what I mean? So, and that very well could be what happened here. I don't know.
So if you cleanse, you could test how many knocks happened in a 2-week period before and after, but it really wouldn't. So this is what happened. So they were having this happen like every night around the same time. I didn't think
it was every night.
It was oh shit. Well, it was at one point it was every night, and then it was just random. But once I did a thorough cleanse. They didn't have anything that night, and they didn't have anything the next night, but they did. After we gave them the intentions, we told them what they needed to do, and they needed to do this like 2 or 3 times a week because they're going to have to keep up on the maintenance of their home. Once we did that, the knocking had stopped. I think it was within the first 1 or 2 days, they had a little bit, but then they told, hey, you need to stop. This is our home. We don't give you permission, or you can act within, you're allowed to do whatever you want, whatever between this time and this time. But then after that, you cannot do anything. They did their intention. So then, ironically funny, there was a day that the wife was in the house, and in that time frame, that knock had happened. But then outside of that time frame, it didn't happen. So it was just kind of random. But putting the intentions there does seem to help. Sorry. Let's see. And in my opinion, these situations could be paranormal or scientific method. Not prove paranormal, but you could more likely disprove it. True. Let's see. It was an interior wall. It was in one bedroom, and then on the other side was another empty bedroom. Yeah, it sounded like it was a deliberate bang to get their attention, but there was nothing. Like I said, there was nothing on that opposite side of the wall. There was nothing on. There was nothing. They had no decorations on either side of the wall, on the one side or on the opposite side of that wall. There was nothing. All right, so it's a conflict. If you're trying to ease the family, then you can't really spend the time to research effectively. So there are some, this is what's hard when you do residential cases. Some people don't want an investigation, and they just want an easy fix in us per se. But sometimes all you need to do is make them feel, you just have to put them at ease, and that is because no, this is happening. But sometimes once they have the insight, but also they had a lot of negative energy that was in the home. So once they worked out that negative energy as well, then everything kind of changed in the house. So it makes a lot of different, I mean, that can make a difference. So it's really hard with doing research like that, because we don't do a lot of research. I mean, we do research on like the houses, but it's kind of hard. I get a sort of yes. It couldn't have been a critter. They just
no, it was not a critter.
They recently had bought the house, so they had everything checked out, so there was no way it was a critter. And we even looked, and there was no way there could have. Where it was at.
We know what critters in a wall sound like.
Yeah, and it
was not what they were describing.
No.
Not even close.
As someone who used to work for me. This house was quite a few years old. It wasn't a brand new house. It was an older house. So it wasn't like it was settling.
No, that house was built in the 2000s.
Yeah, the house was built like in 2000, maybe a little bit before 2000. So it wasn't like it was there. Let's see. Why does this not work? Your mouse is not working very well today. So everybody, yeah, and this is a thing. Mental crises is a real thing. Yeah, and that's something when we're doing residential cases, that's something that is put into effect. This was not the case with them. There was nothing like that. There was slight, but nothing severe. But putting the mindset in there putting a mindset and having something to change that, how the intent is in the house, can make a difference. And it did with this couple, that having a different mindset did make a difference for them. But that wasn't the main focus. It was just because it was happening to both of them. It wasn't just happening to one. And so, but they both were hearing the exact same thing, which sometimes with mental crises, it's one person, not both.
And when we do investigations, that's something we focus on heavily.
Mm-hmm.
Is we go through a very long question. We've talked about this before. Did Sky gift another one? It looks like it.
It might not be down to it yet.
Oh, okay. Sky Talker, thank you for gifting. But we do focus on that before we even go to a place. We focus on a lot of stuff. Someday we should bring out our questionnaire and yeah. And the thing is, James, like I know how walls are built, and I don't know how it would get into a 2x4 wall. You know what I mean? And it couldn't, because a wall has a top plate typically and a bottom plate. And if it was stuck in there, you would know something is in there trying to get out. It's not just going to bang 3 times or 4 or whatever it was and then be silent. Like, you're going to know something is stuck in that wall, especially like a big rat or a squirrel or something like that. Not even close to big enough for a raccoon or anything like that.
Yeah, Rooster, we actually were.
No, we were giving you props for saying you were a nice guy.
Anyone but them here? Only they heard the knocks.
Right. Yep. And again, I would have loved to have investigated that. but that wasn't what was warranted at the time, because when you go into people's houses, we're not trying to prove ghosts are real or not real. We're trying to help the people out first and foremost.
That candle's moving because there's a fan on
Yeah,
fan on
I
the
got a
floor,
fan down here.
and it's blowing up that way between
this
Jeff
one?
and I. Yeah, and
Yep.
the one over by Rooster's photo. Yeah, Rooster's the one that did that picture.
Shoujo's comment. That's one of the truest statements we've seen today. Empowering people who believe that they are experiencing paranormal is important. Absolutely true. You don't know how many times we're sometimes even just listening to people and saying, well, there's no reason to be afraid of this. It could be this, it could be that, it could be, your mom coming to visit. Like, you go through that whole thing and all of a sudden the fucking ghosts go away. You know what I mean? So it's, yes, empowering people and teaching them to not be afraid in their home a lot of times solves the problem. So does that mean something paranormal was going on? Joe's talking about Rooster.
I know.
Yeah, he's got some big guns. Let's see. I personally think it would be better not to worry about the science and focus. That's what we do in these residential cases. That's 1,000% what we do. Thank you, Sky, for the gifted membership. Whoever got it, better thank her. I'm assuming that person got it that I can't see now. Rose Red, did you get her a member? So I would feel that you did. Rose Red, thanks for being here. Lou is in here now, I see. I definitely missed some people. Sorry. But yeah, empowering the people to take control of their own house and their own feelings and stuff like that is a lot of what we do.
No, it couldn't have been temperature changes.
I don't
think
feel
so.
that that's it, because a lot of times if there's a temperature change, you'll hear a pop because something expanded or contracted to where it made a noise. But these were knocks, like on the drywall. Yes, yeah. There's a lot of some of the modifications that were made at the Monroe house that was.
Who did two? She did that
She
one,
did
and
another
then
one
she did
too?
another
Thank
one.
you, Sky.
Yes, thank you,
Appreciate
Sky.
you. Damn,
There's the other one.
Sky's awesome. Carla's in here, I see.
And Carla, she actually asked, yeah. It's weird because I keep getting this sharp pain, and I know why, but it's driving me nuts because it doesn't need to be doing
So
it.
I guess my point with all of this, I think it's fair game to bring the scientific method in if you can. And again, I'm not even convinced that we can all the time. Okay, so let's bring it back to this. This kind of ties into one of the points that.
Oh, thank you, Paranormal Rooster.
Thanks, Rooster. Appreciate you. $5.
Yep, we miss you too.
If we do something in the area, we'll let you know that we can invite you on, because you were absolutely cool to hang out with and stuff.
I liked his reaction when he now believes in mediums a little bit.
So another thing Mason said was Mason was critical of Joe's investigation method. And that kind of bothered me, because it's like, what is Joe doing wrong? And I've investigated with Joe. I can't think of anything that he would be critical of that Joe does, other than, and Kenny was critical of it too, because Kenny was there when I investigated with Joe, was that, yeah, we do ask questions to try and get responses and things like that. But Joe isn't out there with cat balls. Joe's not out there with sketchy equipment. Joe sets up recorders and cameras pretty much.
I'm the worst person to do with equipment.
Yeah, Dana goes around with a notebook, which is important, except I can't read.
Well, you
Yes,
can after
I
I
have
do
used one of
it.
those.
I debungle it for you.
Debunk it, you mean?
No, I don't debunk it. I debungle it because
you translate it.
Yeah.
Because it's no, I have used parabolic microphones before, and you do pick up fucking everything. That's the thing too. A lot of these recorders that people use, and I'm not talking about the DR60, they are way more sensitive and pick things up that you don't hear with your ear. So that's something to keep in mind too when you set recorders out and you go.
We have the one recorder that, oh my gosh, you pick up everything.
Yeah, it's the Olympus ones.
No, it's terrible.
This one right here.
Well, that one, but don't the one? No, you're one that it's like it's crazy because it picks up.
It depends on what mic you use. Yeah, I do have some really, really hot mics. Yeah, it picks up. You could be 10 rooms away and it's going to hear you talking. I don't think talking to walls should be used. Exactly. I don't either. And that's one thing Mason said that, like, I think you should be engaging and trying to get the spirits to interact with you. And again, assuming a spirit is there or could potentially be there. I think that's the way I do it. Yes, when I did it in front of Kenny, I felt really, really stupid. But yeah, I think talking to the walls is a method worth doing. And anybody that does it isn't using bad practices. Hey, Sweet Goth, how's it going? I'm an asshole when I investigate. I'm very hard on myself. Exactly. That's what I was, when he said that, I was really, really shocked. Like, what have you seen Joe do that, like, that's questionable? Because Joe comes up with different unique things too. I think he put a feather in a sealed glass jar to see if it would move. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what Joe does that's like, because he said, I don't like your methods. And I'm trying to think, okay, what methods are those? One thing he did say later on was that, like, because Joe is very, very transparent. Everybody knows this, that has watched anything Joe Vitale or Entity 7. And if you haven't been there yet, go over there and give him a like and subscribe. Joe shows 100% when he can. He can't always do it because if it's for a documentary or something like that, they can't. Although they showed all the footage from the Monroe house. But Joe and Matt are two of the most transparent people on YouTube. They show everything, all of the raw footage. So everybody can see it. Yes, you have to be a member. And I don't have an issue with that, putting it behind a paywall. Because if you put that on your free side, it's going to fuck up YouTube's algorithm and they're not going to send. Because you really, really have to be into that to want to watch that. It's not entertaining at all. It's the raw investigation footage. That's it. So it's awesome that he does that. It's, again, Joe and Matt, I think, are two of the most transparent investigators on YouTube. I don't think Overnight is going to be doing that. So let's see. Senior Spook Fest, how's it going? Okay, they're talking to walls. All I'm doing is trying to see if I can. Yes, same here. To see what others have claimed. And you're trying to, like, when we do it, we're hoping to get a part of a story of maybe a spirit that is there. And if you don't believe in ghosts, you're not. Sorry. If you don't believe that ghosts are human spirits that are looking around, you're going to think it's stupid.
I can tell you, I'm very skeptical.
Yes, Rooster's very skeptical. and that's great. Jerry's skeptical, more so than me and you. And that's awesome. I mean, we're skeptical too, but we're not.
Which people are surprised I am. Which, I mean, a lot of people are surprised that I am.
Okay. Let's see. Joe, we'd be interested in doing an investigation with you. It'd be interesting to compare and contrast. It would be. I'd love to see that collab. Honest to God. And that's the thing too. Joe is open to mediumship. I think. I don't want to speak for Joe. But even if Joe thinks mediums are full of shit, he would be respectful and let you guys do what you want to do. And maybe that's some of the stuff Mason's talked about, is maybe he's seen some videos where people that Joe is investigating with that maybe are using an app or something. Joe's theory is this, like, look, I invited you here. You probably split the cost maybe, but I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do. I may not be a part of the app usage, but, like, if that's what you do, let's get the apps out for a minute. Show Joe's coming up too, sorry. Matt and I fought and argued over something that involved investigation during filming of the documentary. That was public. I was right, by the way. Of course you were. So yeah, I mean, and we argue within Togs too all the time.
We argue sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, this is an EVP. No, it's not. You're dumb. Why do you think that's an EVP? Because it clearly says this. No, it doesn't. You know, like we do that. Let's see. Hang on. What? A feather in a
We're
jar.
more skeptical than others. Here, a feather in a jar, interesting type jar. I might try this.
I think that's what it was, Michael. I might be wrong. He put something in a jar that he wanted it to move.
No.
Let's see. Flurry. Oh, I think.
I'm getting down there.
Yep. I like thinking outside the box. Yeah, same here with trigger objects and things like that. Everyone is disagreeing because it's two different things. Mason, talking like a cynic and trying to disprove claim. Yes, that's Mason's style, I think, is he, and it's the same way as Kenny Biddle. They go to investigate claims and that's it. But I think that and I'm not picking on the way he investigates. I'm not picking on the way Kenny investigates. They just do things different. They investigate claims that are made. But my point is, not all claims can be investigated. Like when Dana got scratched. How do we investigate that? Like, I mean, you can't. It's not possible. So can we say it's paranormal? No. But can we say it's not? No. So there's a lot of claims being made in these places that cannot be investigated. Hey, Florio, thanks for joining us. Appreciate seeing you. Spookfest, I don't know if I said hello to you
Don't tell
yet.
people what they can not use or how to invest.
Right.
Don't care if I pay
Right.
for it.
Joe is
or whatever.
Joe is extremely respectful when he meets up with people and stuff like that. Joe is that's why the statement shocked me that Mason disagreed with his investigation tactics, because it was like, I don't see Joe doing anything sketchy or questionable. You know, there are videos where we've gotten cat balls out before, but we're not investigating. We've been asked to do events from time to time, but before we get any of that sketchy shit out, we tell people, I don't believe in any of this. But when you're taking people on investigations and you get 20 or 30 seconds, or minutes in a spot in the building, I mean, let's get out something that maybe lights up, and then we can tell them it's not really a ghost, but you know what I mean? We get people there, they have fun, so they come back and maybe learn something, that time or the time next, if they come again. We try and get them to our channel where we discuss things way more in depth. Because when you do some of these events, you can't get into.
No, you get like 20
They're coming
minutes.
there to enjoy themselves,
It's
have
like,
a drink.
They give 30 minutes to go to a location,
Right.
but it takes 10 minutes to get everybody there.
Right.
And then by the time you explain what you're going to do, you have 5 minutes, then you got to leave.
And we get like 30 minutes to talk. We do absolutely go over the difference between YouTube stuff that they see and what real investigations are like. We go over. So we do educate, but we do have to entertain a little bit too. And there's nothing wrong with, I got to be careful on how I say this. There's nothing wrong with paranormal entertainment. That being said, I do think a lot of the paranormal channels are in the wrong though. How do I explain that way better? Because I feel like that sounded really stupid. There is a audience for entertainment, but like I said, when we do that, we try to steer them to proper stuff, if that makes sense. I don't know. Hopefully I made sense and didn't just ruin my channel. Yeah, Boo is snoring hardcore. They had a rough weekend though.
They went on vacation, but had a rough weekend.
Well, they're just always on alert when they're not at home.
Yeah,
They
for the
can't-
first night, then the
they
second
can't
night
relax.
they settle down, and then
Yeah.
it's time to come back home, and then it's like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah. See, Joe will try things on occasion, and if they're crappy, we'll tell you they're crap. Yeah, Joe tries stuff. Yep, we try stuff too. Guess what, guys? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I do use apps on investigations from time to time. But
not a residential.
But yes, definitely never in a residential situation. But when I use them, I do a different thing. I write down 4 or 5 words or phrases. I don't say what they are because I don't want my phone microphone to pick it up.
This is when he likes that I have paper and pen with me
Yep.
all the time.
And I say, if you want to impress me, say one of these things that's on the paper. And it's never happened yet. So I've never been impressed with an app. But that's another thing. To just dismiss equipment, I think is bad practice too. I think the Ovilus is a piece of shit. But there was one instance where we used it. I would love to, and I don't even know how to answer this question or figure out the problem. 2 relevant responses came up within about 30 seconds. Okay, so we were trying to contact the mother of the Story family. This is an Ovilus, it wasn't an app. And the word mother came up and the word story came up when we were doing this. Like, I legit want to know, what are the odds of that happening mathematically?
Yeah, it was
2 direct responses. Those were not coincidence.
And we had not
Maybe
said
they
those
could
names.
be, and that's.
But we had not said.
But it doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't have a microphone. It's not.
But I'm just saying, we had not even spoke the names, nothing, and we just were by the grave.
Yep, and it was the mother of the Story family, and that's who we were trying to talk to. So that's the one and only time the Ovilus has ever made me go, huh? I don't know. So that was interesting. Let's see. It should make us feel like we have to choose this. Exactly. We're not trying to pick sides. I don't feel like. I love what Kenny and Mason do. I feel those guys run a little bit tighter ship than maybe I do and Joe does. And when I say tighter ship, I don't mean better. They just do things different. I've learned shit from Kenny. Like Kenny said, so when we were at the Monroe house, one of the things Kenny said was, don't say make a noise. Say make a specific noise. Or set a flashlight in the room. Say knock over that flashlight. You know, he pointed out to me that we should be asking the spirits to do specific stuff. We did have a question up there.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
I
need to what?
You just need to go.
No,
I'm giving you a hard time.
Slow it down.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
Trying to.
I also don't
see
want to
things.
get way behind either.
If we do, we fucking do. Everybody else gets behind. Should locations be labeled haunted through the claims or after it's been thoroughly investigated? I don't know that you can call anything haunted. I really don't. Definitely not from the claims. Because, yeah, let me think. Yeah, definitely not through the claims. You can't, but there's no place that's ever been proven to be haunted, right? There's places, again, we said this earlier, there's places that we believe are haunted through our experiences and things like that, but nothing. I would never say we have proof of anything paranormal. Show Joe's real quick.
So what?
Show that one.
Oh, did you read this one?
For real, I'm not. Yes, Mason did say he does believe. Yep, and he does. I just want evidence, and I agree with that, Mason. I think you got the right goal. I just don't know how we get there. I guess that's the question of the night. Is how do we get there? Is it through the scientific method? I don't know.
So that's her response.
I said you were speaking like cynic. Okay. We did use shortly a DRC. Joe, what the fuck? Just kidding.
This is funny. Ken.
Again, we should be testing out this equipment. We can't just say because it's a DR60, it's bullshit. Let's not use it. Like, it's not going to be my go-to, but to test those things out, I think we should. Because I do think a lot of the equipment can work. It's most likely not working every time, but I do believe it can work. Write words out on paper and asking ghosts to repeat them. Could be that maybe the ghosts are. And that's the thing, Joe. I agree. But would you not be impressed if I wrote down "it's me" on a piece of paper and said, "Hey, can you read one of these phrases?" And that came across an app. Again, let's mathematically look at the odds of that happening. If I write down 4 things, what?
Just read that out and I'll do.
Spirit. I see where people use spirit talker all the time and automatically jump to saying it was a ghost without knowing how the app worked first.
Okay, so I got to go back because you'll see this. Because I don't know if you saw this. Ken said, I keep a list of people I want to see, places I want to go, and things I want to do after I die and become a ghost. Then he says, visit Jeff and Dana and play with the rolls of toilet paper.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's just funny, Ken.
I'm sorry, that is really funny.
And that's the thing too. And here again, we don't know what ghosts are, why they would. If I was a ghost, why would I go back to a prison?
Yeah.
So the assumption is that maybe they're stuck there. Well, like, again, we don't know anything about ghosts and their habits. We do have a guy in Toledo, though, that is a ghost behaviorist and is a therapist to the ghost, and he absolutely knows why they do what they do. So, Beardo did a video on this guy. We should probably do one on him. It's going to stir up a lot of shit in town, but
who cares?
The guy is fucking batshit crazy.
We need some stuff going around in town.
The guy is batshit crazy. Yeah. The guy's name is Chris Bores, Bores. And if you want to see some fucking goofy shit, go check his channel out. Don't leave hate. Don't be doing that shit. But if you guys want to see some crazy claims from a paranormal investigator, go check out that channel.
Did you get that one?
What?
When is Mountain going to investigate again?
It's getting closer. Guys, I'm starting to feel... I actually watched the paranormal stuff today for the first time in a minute because I have not had the itch lately.
Oh, Mrs. Boo's going to be doing some stuff.
Yeah, but I just haven't had the itch to do content lately, but I'm kind of getting it. So
Karen...
hopefully soon.
Karen, the Midwest Medium, actually has told us that she's going to channel Freddie Mercury.
And another thing I want to see Karen, the Midwest Medium, do is...
Isn't she supposed to talk to about Dolly?
Yes, I want to see a...
reaction?
Not a reaction. I want to see maybe a skit where we imitate what Dolly does. I think that would be entertaining. I think I would have to be the psychic with the headphones on while you are the Dolly character asking the questions. Because Dolly says she's psychic too. Not really in that camp, I don't think.
Okay. Did you get this one? Did you read this one?
People use equipment for different reasons. I know a group that uses it not because they think it's spirits, but because they hope it will draw. Yes, I really, like I said, Cree, and I believe that. I think, again, guys, don't take what I'm saying out of context. 99.999% of the times where a lot of this stuff goes off, it's like just a false positive. But I do think a lot of the equipment can work. Mm-hmm. But that's the problem. How do you prove it's, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yes, there are no sides to pick if the goal is accuracy. Absolutely. And I said this, I think you can take those off. Listen to shit for like
my God,
an hour and a half and you still got those on.
Yeah, why didn't you tell me to take
I don't think we'll play anymore.
Oh my gosh.
But like, shit, I totally lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
Hang on a second. I do believe that equipment can work. But yes. But how do we know it's picking up something paranormal versus a false positive? I don't know. I guess by using it from time to time. And we don't use a lot of equipment when we go out. So don't think that we're out, because we do only have one investigation on our channel. Mm-hmm. And I don't think we put anything out. Maybe a REM pod?
I don't remember.
Another experiment I'd like to try again too is with the remote viewing. Mm-hmm. I want to try a more controlled experiment with, a psychic doing a remote session. So, yeah, I'd love to try that. Man. What Kenny does is great. We do need people like Channing. Who the hell's Channing? I don't know what Channing is. Mason does, Kenny and Mason, what they do is fucking great. And nobody disagrees with what they're doing. I disagree with some of the takes on what other people are doing. Because I think we do a lot of what Kenny and Mason do. Actually, Joe, you might be laughing right now. Maybe they don't speak your language or understand our language. I don't know what that's referring to. All right, Rooster. Peace out, buddy. Modeling your laundry. Hope your back is good.
Yeah, I talked to him the other day. He's got some stuff still going on, so.
Yes, the word haunted is for marketing, for sure. 1000% agree with that. Hotspots with more reports at certain locations. I'll tell them to stop.
I did. I've been trying to.
All right. Yes, that's the thing. We don't know what's haunted and what's not. Our house from time to time, I would say, is probably haunted, but it's not all the time.
Like right now, we have something here.
Yeah.
Like literally, right now we have something here. Like literally.
And there again, can we prove it? Nope.
No. But
so
it needs to stop.
I just don't understand why is it someone can't say they think a place is haunted if that's how they feel, but others can say it's not because and that's the thing. I think both statements are wrong. I don't think, and I've seen a lot of people go and investigate a place one time and it's not haunted because nothing happened when they were there, or they couldn't repeat some of the claims, and that's just not. It's not fair. You gotta spend a lot of time in a place before you can say it's haunted or it's not haunted. And again, either statement can't 100% be made. You know what I mean? Like, we can't say that any place we've been to is haunted, and people can't say it's not. You can say it, but that doesn't make it an accurate statement. Debunk the junk. Testing equipment is one thing. Sorry. Okay. Oh, I would be very impressed. Shit. See, I don't know what you're replying to, Joe. That's on me. Oh, it's cool, Laura. It's all good. Yeah, Cree's gonna go play with Kenny's shit when she dies. Testing equipment is one thing, regardless of what the equipment may be. Creating a complete controlled narrative exactly. That's wrong to do. You can't just claim it's a ghost because your K2 meter went off. Because there are so many things that set off K2 meter that it's not. Again, 99.999% of the time, that K2 meter is just picking up false positive. So that's because they can detect a mouse fart. And that's the thing too. We do need more equipment. I've talked to Friday House today. I'm looking for a build. I want some kind of data collector, environmental, like in a room that we're investigating in. I want some kind of data collector that does temperature, EMF, vibration, and anything else that you feel that you could add to that, James, if you're still here. Because,
did you read this one?
Yes. Yep. We do need more, because and this is what was talked about in Mason's stream and Joe's stream and whatnot. People say, I know the REM pod works. Well, how do you know it works? Because it went off. Well, what data did you collect from that? None. It just went off. You have no idea why. It just went off. Where did he get his degree? I don't know who you're talking about, Jimmy. I don't have a degree, so I don't know. Let's see, there's a belief that a ghost and a spirit are. Yeah, I've heard that too. A ghost basically stuck at a location, a spirit is free roaming. Okay.
Yeah, somebody knows how to release him and bring him home.
I don't know how. I may have done it.
You invited it.
I may have done it, but it doesn't mean it's a repeatable event. And what did Leanne say?
What? Who? Where?
I don't know. Go with one. That one right there. People. Yeah.
Sorry.
If people can make a statement it's not haunted, then why can't people say exactly? I think that's my point. I don't think either statement should be made. No, Dana's going to play the part of Dolly, Calandra. I'm going to be the medium in the chair with the headphones on that totally can't hear any of the questions being asked. It doesn't answer them. But also loads and loads of people use ghost and spirit totally. Yeah, I probably do. And I know some people do get, oh, you meant Kenny. Okay. Not Channing Tatum. Yeah, Channing Tatum I don't think investigates that. I never say we don't need debunkers. I say sometimes we need to try and understand how believers look at things. I agree with that because it matters as to why they. Yes, that's one of the things that we said a little while ago is that like you cannot debunk personal claims or personal a lot of things that people experience. You can't prove them or debunk them. That's why our reputations matter so much. You know what I mean? Like, I would like to think that people aren't going to say, Joe's a liar, I'm a liar, Dana's a liar, Dawson's a liar. I know some people have. And Dawson's not faking anything. I'll say, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Dawson is awesome. I just want to point out that those candles look like they're floating. Yeah, they are. They're
like the floating candles from Harry Potter. Yeah. We have more of them. I just only put, well, at one point I don't know, why did we put them up for Halloween last year Halloween. 2 years ago and we never took them down because they kind of look cool.
Yeah. I know sometimes I'll ask something and they immediately talk to me as if I'm like I've never, Cree is always in the chats, always asking hard questions. And I respect that. Because I know, and I think everybody else does, it's not coming from a bad place. You know what I mean? It's Cree wants to know the truth. And I think that's what everybody else wants to know too. So, yeah, play that one. Took the response down. If you have questions or concern with my points, I make them all in the first video. Cheers. Again, I still want to have Mason on sometime. And not even to chat about that stuff. Just, Mason, I've watched your investigations. I do like what you do. I like that you get the DVR cameras out. Investigating claims is very important. I just feel that like there's nothing wrong with talking to the walls too. So James is actually researching, hopefully about the equipment he's going to build for me. I'm just kidding. No, I did ask James. I want a solid piece of equipment to. One, I asked him originally I want a motion sensor, but I really think I want something similar to the EDI, more so first. You know, an environmental data collector. Yeah, Joe does have a degree in sarcasm. Yeah, there's times, Joe, where you put things down, it's like, ooh, Joe, I know you, so I know what you mean, but other people are probably like, you're a dick. The way you said that or typed that in. Joe's very blunt. Joe's not a poet.
No.
James is great at making things, and no, they're very impressive. Cool.
And yes, I'm okay. Thank you for asking.
When I hear teams say if they ever have something happen they can't explain, they will never put it out there for others to see for fear of being accused of faking. That's Cree. That's another very, very solid point. There have been times where I've been afraid to talk about certain things because I feel that people are going to accuse us of faking. One thing being that one video I put out about the calendar. After that video came out, a lot of you had really, really good questions that made me rethink that video. But I will say this. Could my perception of what happened that day be wrong? Yes. And that's what I want, is the truth of what happened that day. But there was no faking on my part going on whatsoever. And I'm not even saying there was faking going on the other person's part. I'm just saying I don't believe it was faked. It may not be what I originally thought it was, but I don't think there was any faking going on. If there was, I was not involved in any way.
Answer this because I want to get to sex real
The
quick.
person that was speaking and doing therapy with ghosts, you gave his name, Chris Bores, Bores. He also has a channel called The Irate Gamer. Okay, don't have it long, so I'm going to just quickly say this. I personally think it's good that Mason's live sparked this kind of debate. I do too, 1,000%. And that's the thing. No one's getting out of hand here. Everybody's just, we're sharing our experiences and our thoughts. No one's fucking like, fuck you, Mason. No one is going after Joe. No one's going after Mason. No one's going after Seg. These are very good conversations that have happened in the last few days.
Enough.
And I like.
Enough.
It's great that we have a paranormal podcast and we're actually talking about the paranormal for once and not
Enough.
food.
Enough.
Quit. So yes, good point, side guy. Absolutely agree. We can't debunk personal experiences. Right. We can try. I agree with that. But you can't. A lot of times, if you're going to try to debunk them, you're almost trying to to see if they're credible or not. You know what I mean? Like we've got a case right now. This lady is making claims that we will never prove. But I 1,000% believe that she is experiencing them. I personally think it's medical.
Mm-hmm.
But 1,000% she is seeing what she says she's seeing. But 1,000% we will never capture it on camera. Because it's not paranormal, in my opinion.
Yep.
But we're still doing our due diligence. We're still going to do an investigation. But I'm pretty sure I know what's going on. But we still have to investigate this one. Yeah, I'm not romantic with words. So we do more thought-provoking debate and challenges. Exactly. And that's why I said, side guy, I don't know if you heard it earlier. Like I legit, people maybe put it in the comments. How can we involve a more scientific approach to paranormal investigations? And I've got to think about that a lot more too, because I just had that thought and looked up the scientific method earlier. I have not really thought this one out in my head yet. You know what I mean? Because a lot more of that does need to happen. But then too, there is the aspect. If you're going to put it up on YouTube, it needs to be interesting to people. I'm not saying make shit up or fake stuff or glamorize stuff to make it interesting, but we do have to find a way to make it interesting. That's part of the hard part too.
Did you read that one?
Yes, I did. Side guy agreed. I love. Seems like a round table. We used to do that in the Warren Foundation on our Patreon. We would have a round table where we just. That's not Dana's favorite format.
Well, no, it would be if I was included and I was prepared to do it.
No, I'm talking about the time when like the link was sent out.
Oh, I know. That was not a round table. That was an ambush on Dana.
We should set up it.
Okay.
That was not an ambush.
It was an ambush on me because you did not tell me ahead of time we were doing that.
Yeah, I just do shit sometimes.
Yeah. If we do it ahead of time and we know Dana's ADHD brain can put it to prepare for it.
But an ambush implies that I was like, let's get Dana.
Basically, you did.
No, I didn't.
Subconsciously, you did because it's like, oh, let's have everybody
come on.
Do you think
I would do that to you? Put you in a bad spot?
You did that day.
No, I didn't.
Because I told you no, it's not a good idea to just open it up and just.
But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try it.
Are we gonna ever do that again?
I'll tell you first if we do.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna just blurt it out there.
Yeah, I think a round table would be cool to have. But we would all have to do something to where we don't overtalk each other because
we need a moderator.
To a point, yeah, but a lot of times us personalities don't listen to the moderator.
I know, because I was trying to moderate and I didn't get
that. How would we do that where we're not all talking over each other?
Everybody gets
maybe gets 2 minutes or something.
No, I was just everybody gets 2 minutes, a buzzer goes off, then the next person goes on. And then if you don't listen, you get muted. And I would mute.
We should do this like a
Joe can
congressional hearing or something.
I will mute. Because did I not? I muted Kenny. I muted him. I muted Dawson.
Yeah, we tried that once. That kind of turned into a shit show a little bit.
I don't remember when that was.
It was entertainment. It was when we did that
12-hour
charity stream.
What? Oh yes, it was
because we had
because Kenny,
Dawson and Kenny were fighting.
well, because somebody
legit
came
fighting.
in. Well, and then well,
hilarious.
yeah, because everybody they came in at the and then it
Great
overwent.
content.
So then Seg and Crow didn't get their time because
Yeah,
we had to quit. We had to be out at 11:59.
We fucked Crow.
Yeah.
We totally fucked Crow. We fucked
because
Seg.
everybody jumped in on everything, and
yeah,
so
we won't do that again.
So then everybody got muted,
But next time, when we do that again,
which is going to be
maybe we'll have
up.
Kenny and Dawson on at the same time and let
they
them fight for an hour.
They get their whole hour or 2 hours.
Guys,
together.
if you haven't seen that, go back and watch our charity live stream. Go watch the last hour or two.
The last 2
maybe
hours.
Even 3.
I think the last 3 hours was terrible.
Big spark. It wasn't. It was.
It may be 4. It was
good.
like the last 3
it was
or 4
good
hours.
Content. It was a shit show, but it was very good content.
I started muting so that people could talk because it got so bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I think they were fighting over the motion detector.
I don't remember, but it was bad. It was
one of the
really
fights.
bad.
They probably fought over.
But then poor Seg and Crow only got like 30 minutes because I
Crow got more fucked than everybody, I think.
Yeah, but I started kicking everybody out and then muting them.
Yeah. Crow really hasn't talked to us.
And then they kept trying to join back in, and I wouldn't let them come back in. It was bad.
It was good content.
It was good, but it was bad because it was like trying to get everybody's time in, and it was bad.
In Korea, that's where we're at too. Like, if you've got proof that I did something wrong or am wrong about something, 1000% bring it to my attention. I'm totally not that guy that's going to be like. But if you say, you shouldn't be talking to the walls and doing EVP sessions, I'm not going to. That's not wrong. That's just you just don't do things that way. You know what I mean? So, I personally have never said things that I have happened around me as paranormal, but I do. And that's the thing we do too. We say it's interesting. It does get a tad repetitious when nobody presents a different perspective. I agree with that, Sky Talker. And that's the thing. What can we do different? I'm totally open for ideas. Oh, Julie Ann was at the shooting range. Hope you had a good session. I saw you in Bristol's live earlier where you were loading your magazines. So hope you had fun shooting. There's something to be said about range therapy. It's a good time.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of shooting anything because I've had 3 experiences.
Careful what you say, though.
No, I've had 3
YouTube
experiences.
doesn't like pew-pews.
No, I've had 3 experiences. The one was the first one was like, okay, yeah, that was Jeff's fault. And it was like, okay, maybe I do need to learn how to use. And so we went to our friend's farm. First, I think it was,
You did shoot the 12 gauge.
No, I did both. I did.
You did?
Yeah.
No, you did the 22, not the 12 gauge.
No, because I did hand and.
Yeah, the 22 rifle.
Okay, Yeah,
you didn't do the 12 gauge.
Well, no. So then what happens? Boom, down the shirt.
Yeah. A shell went down her shirt, a hot shell. So when shells eject, they're very, very hot.
But then I was the hand, and same thing happened. It
When
came
you
back.
and-
It was just like, what the heck?
When you and Carmen were shooting that gun, I don't know what you guys do, but you guys made it jam every time.
It would not let me shoot it.
That firearm of mine does not jam.
But it would
Except when those two use it.
It would not let me do
What do you guys
anything.
do?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. It would not let me do, and it was like my first time ever shooting guns, and it was
doesn't
just.
need to be oil. I haven't shot
But
that
it
in a
was
while.
crazy. But now we have one that nobody will ever use.
No, I took it apart.
Yeah.
And this was Dana's first experience with guns, with pew-pews, sorry.
In the house.
Yeah, I was teaching her how to rack around in case somebody ever came in the house. And the round jammed. So I took the gun and pointed it to the outside wall of the house and was trying to unjam it, and it went off. We actually shot around into the baseboard of our house.
And
I
was
this
not
gun is
even.
done. Never ever will.
Yeah, I wasn't even 5 feet, 10 feet. I wasn't even 5 feet.
No,
from
we
it.
were all 3 of us. We're in the same 10-foot radius.
And the dogs were there. Yeah.
Oh,
It was the dogs and me. And
that was a very crazy sound hearing a firearm inside.
Mm-hmm.
Like not at a shooting range, like in a room. It was
My hearing was bad for about 3 weeks afterwards.
Yeah,
my ears hurt for
very
like 3
surreal.
weeks. But that also was the experience that said, I really need to go and actually use a gun and find out how to actually correctly do them, but outside. And so that's why we went to our friend's farm, and I learned how to shoot, so that way I know.
Even though you jammed the gun all the time. I
Yeah.
don't know why I did, but
but it was crazy because but even when I used Dan's, same thing happened every time. Whatever I did, it was like I can't. So it's like, yeah.
Yours and Dan's?
Yours, every time anything I tried, they were, something would happen that I could not. Like literally, I remember Dan was behind me with his
Dan
hands.
was not behind me.
Then was it you?
Dan wasn't in the picture at the point.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Was he?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he was behind me, and he was the one that actually held with me, and that's when it would go off, but it wouldn't go off otherwise for me.
Here's a funny story. The first time my ex-wife shot a gun, this is what she did.
Oh boy, do I even want to know?
My back hurts, guys. So you're me. She's downrange. She shoots it. The hammer came back and hit her thumb. She goes, "Oh my God," and turns around with this loaded gun right in my face.
Oh, geez.
It's like grabbing the thing, like, no, no, no. The gun always stays pointed in that direction. All right, enough gun talk.
But yeah,
we're probably going to wrap it up here shortly. And again, I just want everybody to know, we all feel, Kenny, you and I want to talk to you about that sometime. How can we, it's too late in the conversation to discuss it tonight, but how can we use the scientific method in the paranormal? Because I don't know that it can always be used. If a chair falls over when you're investigating a location, how do we then go to the scientific method to see what happened? But again, I haven't put a lot of thought into this yet, but I would love to talk to you about it sometime. Say debunkers are non-believers. Yes, most of the debunkers do believe. In fact, I don't know that, well, Kenny Biddle is probably the only one I would say doesn't believe.
Mm-hmm.
Sada Guy believes very little, I feel. Beardo, I think, too. Mason, I think, too. But I don't know Mason. I've heard him say he is a believer. So I'm not going to say he doesn't believe. But belief is a different topic. We're not even going to go there tonight.
Okay.
But in the end, it's the debunkers channel, and they can do as they wish. Yep. But there are things I read from those lives that I can't argue against.
And then there's the rest
we
of
all
it.
do what we all do. Okay, that doesn't mean anyone has a right to threaten her. No, fuck no. Absolutely not. That's out of bounds in any community, society, anything. Doxing, being nasty, threatening, videoing yourself outside of somebody's house. What the fuck are you doing there? Like, it's just, and I've seen this stuff firsthand in our town.
Mm-hmm.
The things people have done. They've called where people work.
Mm-hmm.
If they find out you're going to investigate this place, they're going to call them and tell them you're a piece of shit. Like, it's just, I don't understand that.
So I don't know how far we are back in the chat, but if this is referring to us doing, is it? I don't know where it was at.
Yes, no, I think we need to try that.
Yeah.
A round table, but we do have to have rules. Like,
yes, everybody
gets maybe 60 seconds on a topic. Maybe chances for rebuttals. You know, that would be cool to do.
Yeah, and then this is going back to what we were talking about with our fundraiser that we're going to do this year. If anybody is interested, send us a message, because I want to start, even though we're going to probably do this, what we said, in August.
Yes, and when she says interested, so here's how we do it. We're going to do a 12-hour stream, and we are going to co-stream. We're not going to do like Beardo does the Christmas thing. We're not going to pass people off to channels. Yep. It's going to be 12 hours at least on our channel.
And we're going to have hour, every 30 minutes or every hour, we have somebody new come in with us.
Yep.
So then it's just so everybody gets either if they want sometimes we have somebody that just wants 30 minutes, and then sometimes we get hours. So we do it in 30 or an hour block.
And we're not going to have Kenny and Dawson on.
No, they are not going to be back to back, and they will be.
But we should have them on together.
They do. You know what? Maybe they do our last hour.
Yeah, possibly. Yep.
They would be our last hour.
Yep. So yeah, we'll definitely keep you in mind if we do that.
But
if you see that we're going to do that, reach out to us and say, hey, remember we said we wanted.
Yeah, no, because I'm already compiling a list. So if you want to be part of that, make sure you reach out to the Boo pages or our personal Facebook page. Well, no, my personal Facebook page, not Jeff's, because he won't do it. But but if you're friends with Jeff,
or the Boo page.
But it's just
that's probably best.
Boo page.
I really don't want you using your personal page.
Well, some people have me on.
If they already do, that's one thing. But I don't want to.
Do either Instagram or Facebook Messenger or Facebook or email, and let me know, because
Discord.
No, do not. We hardly get on Discord. But yeah, so that way we can start kind of lining up about how many people we have.
Mason is available. I mentioned this earlier. I do plan it. Yeah, Joe wants to have Mason on. I can't wait for that. That's going to be a good, productive conversation. You know what I mean? That's what I said. This isn't about shitting on anybody. This is about us talking about how we do things, how other people do things, and whatnot. So, scientific method. Science doesn't prove everything. Exactly. Like I said earlier, and Kenny, you're going to disagree with this, but I 1000% believe that God exists. I can't prove it. Science hasn't proved it, but that doesn't mean it's not real. I don't think anybody has disproven it either. Scientific method is the best tool when applied correctly. So yes, it can work with. Yeah, again, like I said, I haven't thought out thoroughly. But how can we apply it more than what we are doing?
See,
if that makes sense.
Your channel, your rules, absolutely.
Now her channel's Mrs. Boo. This is my house, goddammit. I'm kidding, you know that. When have I ever been sexist? Never. Joe's the one that's sexist.
Whatever.
Have a mediator? Yes, that's what we need to do. We definitely have to not have
if we're gonna do it, I will set it up. I will be the moderator.
Right. Moderator's not part of the conversation. You're gonna be the Speaker of the House.
Pretty much. I would be the moderator because I tend to do that. Well, because like I said, when we You
have 30 seconds, Mr. Vitale. Would you like to yield?
I will even have little have little signs that say you have 30 seconds before you get muted. Literally.
We should dress like this is a congressional hearing. That sure would be funny.
Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah, put the floor of Congress in the background somehow. That would be great. Let's see. Yes, I agree. It should be. Yes, it needs to be moderated. We can't let it happen like it did last time.
Kenny can tell you. I will mute him. I've muted him.
Wayne, Dana's the moderator in this conversation. Trust me. She does the drinking live stream, and she is a Nazi when it comes to the rules. In fact, I got in trouble last one we did because I didn't adhere to the rules.
No, because
we were drunk.
Oh yeah, well no, because you were like, we'll just do it. It's like no, because he was like, I'll just put the questions in the comments. It's like drunk. You can't do that when you're doing the first round because it slows it down. You can't. The first hour, the power hour, you can't do anything. Then you have all the questions answered. You have put all the questions after.
We were drunk. We weren't in our right state of mind.
Before we even started, you guys made that, and I'm like, you can't do that because nope, you can't. Nope.
We got to do one of those too, a drinking stream, but we got to do that on a Friday. We cannot do that.
Remember, Dawson said something and can it was bad.
It was awesome content.
What was this? If Kenny, Dawson, and Seger on good luck, Kenny and Dawson will have a couple fights in Seger. Yeah, well, that's why I will.
No, we're gonna have to have Kenny and Dawson only on at the same time.
Well, no, we're talking about if we do the round table.
Yes, but people are gonna have to agree before they even come on. That
they're
gonna have to. If it's not your turn to speak, you can't.
Once again, Dana will set rules.
We do have to do something though.
and you have to agree to the rules. If you don't agree,
But
to
we
the
have to
rules,
make
you
it
get
like a
3
debate,
strikes and
like-
out.
But we have to make it like a debate where like people can rebuttal things,
Yes.
but not when they want to. It's when it's your turn. So
Yes.
yeah, we'll figure out how to do that.
Oh,
think that'll be fun.
I already know how to do this.
Yeah,
I already have it
it's
set
gonna
up
be
in my
fun.
mind. Yes.
Because we want it to be productive and entertaining, but not a shit show. Because it definitely has potential to turn into a shit show.
Yeah,
So,
it was funny.
Skipper was funny when those two went at it.
Oh,
Yeah. There you go, James. Or everybody's right about everything. We could do the opposite of what you just said.
Oh, we will have guidelines. There's already
Yes.
guidelines up here. The guidelines are and once we're done with this, before I go to bed, I will start writing guidelines of what I believe should
I
be
think
in
it'll be
place.
fun, and I want a broad range of opinions and beliefs. Fuck, if we could get like Elton on or something like that, it would never happen. But I would even welcome that. Get one of these, channels that we say are not so legit. Like if we had people like that want to come on. I don't think they watch us, so it's highly unlikely, but I would love to have an opinion or two of people like that. Maybe like exploring with Josh or something
See,
like
but
that. I don't know
this
if
is
he
a
would.
perfect example of like they don't agree, but entitled to their thoughts.
Let's see. I'm sorry, Cree, but sometimes your statements are utter nonsense to me, but that's your opinion, which is different than mine. Yes.
Exactly.
Yep. There's things I don't agree with that Cree says. There's a lot that I do agree with that what she says. What can he say? Gonna think Dawson survived staying? Yeah. Yeah, Dawson spent the night at Kenny Biddle's house one time and lived to tell about it.
Oh no, the safety was off.
What?
Because they're talking about this. Let's take the safety off. Oh no, it was off because you did it right. You shot it right before me. Somebody shot it right after me. It was just me and Herman. Oh, take the safety off. When we were talking about when we couldn't fire.
No, you could. They just when they shot for some reason the gun jammed, and then I would shoot it fine, no problem. I don't know what your holding method is. I don't know.
You have a gift. You talk about how would you prove to people it's real? With as many out there doing what they do, like Amanda
Mackie and Amanda.
And not saying you don't, but everyone demands proof now.
See, and that's the thing. We can't prove.
Yeah.
Like, okay, again, I know Kenny Biddle's in here.
But Rooster's not in it. That would be perfect. Rooster.
Yep. I know people, Dana being one, that have told me shit that there's no way that they know unless they have some kind of gift. They're not guessing. They're not cheating and looking shit up. I don't know how they do it, but it's done.
And
so, and again, but I can't prove it.
And it's not that because I tell people when I'm doing it, I said, you can take what I say and what resonates with you because I can't prove to you that what I'm saying, you can take what I say.
And I don't think psychic abilities work in the way that these YouTube psychics operate.
They don't.
And the fact that like people ask for a reading and they just give them one. It doesn't, from what I've seen, it doesn't work that way.
And everybody, the way
shit just kind of happens.
But that's the thing too. Everybody that has gifts, the way you use them or how you guide yourself to them is different. Like for me, you probably can count on one hand that I have actually done a reading for someone.
Yeah, you just don't do readings.
I just don't do readings. But when it comes
and the ones that I know that are legit, they're not on YouTube doing readings and shit like that.
No.
They just
happen. For instance, we were at an event, which this is one of my rules. I will never do a reading when we are at an event doing an investigation. Ever. Now,
well, you don't do readings anyway.
No,
so that would
no.
make sense.
I will do sometimes.
You pick up on things.
I will occasionally do a reading, but it's very far and few between that I do a reading for anybody. But we were at this event and someone came up to me because they heard I was the medium. So and we usually don't disclose that when we go on residential cases and anything. We don't disclose. We say there's a medium on the team, but we don't disclose who the medium is. So they don't.
Because all of the clients want to talk to the medium. They don't give a fuck about our questions, our skeptical stuff. They want to know, okay, who's the medium and what do you think?
Yep. And what I want to know who I want to know who's here with me. I want to know. And it's like, nope. So we just do it. But so
in residential stuff, we really don't even talk about the medium.
No. So the person came up to me afterwards and she had said, asked me a few questions and she asked me if I did readings. And I said, well, I actually really don't do readings that often. I said, I can put you in contact with one of my friends that does readings all the time. But then I dead stopped because I had this like gut. It was like something just was like, you need to stop. You need to tell her. You need to talk to her. And I was like, okay. And so I looked and I was like, okay. I said, I just dead stopped. I said, are you okay if I said, I want to tell you something. If it resonates with you, okay. If you think I'm crazy, whatever. I know you don't know me. You don't know me, so I understand if you don't trust what I'm telling you, but I just need to tell you this. And so I started talking to her and telling her some things, and then I actually literally, after telling her these few things, she started crying. So I took her to a different part where nobody else was, and I gave her a reading, and it's exactly what she needed. Her brother had passed like a year or two prior, and literally I gave her information about stuff that just randomly just had happened, like things that were happening like with their house and different stuff, and she was just blown away. I mean, she literally had to she says she didn't believe in mediums. She goes, but she literally said she needed to process it because it was just stuff I never met this girl. And I just told her stuff that she just couldn't believe that somebody would know that never met her. And she just was like,
so that's the thing.
Away.
So like when people know things that they shouldn't know.
Like I gave her example. I described a tree in her front yard with rocks around it. And that I was drawn to one rock there. And she said that one rock was where from where her brother had passed away.
And that's why your reputation is so important, because Dana's not looking up people. You know what I mean? Like it's I do know psychics do that. I do know that for a fact. Like I said, I've had people say some shit to me that like, you got something, I don't get it. So
yeah.
Yes, that is one of the truest statements on the internet today, is that I am terrible at responding. That is a true statement. There's probably a lot of people in here that could be a witness to that. So, all right, we need to wrap this up.
Is there any more questions?
There probably are. We're way behind the chat though.
Well, there we go. We need a Paracon with a panel and treat it like Jerry Springer's. Oh my God.
Jerry.
Kenny needs to get that set up.
That would be cool.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we just need to get all the investigators, debunkers, skeptics, everybody in one room and just fucking fight. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Here you go.
If the paranormal note is real, then it would have measurable results for anyone. I disagree with that in a way. This is okay. I don't know that I want to get into this late in the stream. Let's substitute. And Kenny, I know you don't believe in God whatsoever. You're an atheist, and I respect that. I get that. But if I were to say, if God is real, then God would have measurable results. I just don't. Or has science not advanced to that point yet that they can collect those results? You know what I mean? I don't know. What else we got before we say goodbye?
So doesn't Dana just get? Yeah, I do get feelings sometimes. I mean, sometimes I'll call Jeff when he's at work. I'm like, hey, I'll get everything. I do that to my nephew all the time too.
And again, is intuition psychic? Not necessarily.
No.
Because I don't think we have points where we're like, I think I need to walk out of this situation.
But I
you know what I mean? Is that psychic?
No,
I don't think so.
But
Intuition
I do sometimes but I do tell, like, I will a lot of times, like my nephew, I'll be like, hey, because what he does, in the middle of the night, I will wake up and I'm like, hey, watch for this, and this. And I do that I don't do that as much to you, but I do it to my kids and to my sister a lot of times. I'll do that.
That's a good point, Philip. It's okay to share experiences, but the frustrating part is those present what they call evidence. We can't call any of it evidence. There is no evidence of any of it. But again, that doesn't mean it's not real. Yeah, I don't know. The scientists are gonna fucking tear me up with that comment, but wait, what did Fear Living say? So you suggested so you suggest it would have, that one. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I missed something before that, so let's just move on. It's like I said, we're trying to wrap this up. I know Kenny likes hour 3, but I really don't watch it on a Monday night.
That's true. Some people's villains are better than I.
Yeah, the YouTube, and again, the ones that I know that I believe are legit are not doing the shit on YouTube or on paranormal channels or any of that shit. They're low key, but they've got something I can't explain. So
it's there.
Yep.
It's just there.
And that wasn't a dig at the meddling mediums, because they do stuff on the internet. I'm just saying, like, you two have not proven it to me in a way that I know for a fact. You know what I mean? Like, the ones that I'm talking about, and I'm not saying you can't or won't ever, but the ones that I'm talking about, I just know they got something.
And it's crazy
because of things they've said to me.
We have proof of the one time being at an event and somebody wanted to give me and I'm fun. This is funny too. I'm funny about people that want to give me readings. I only let certain people read me because it's just like, I don't want certain people reading me. And so I'm funny because I remember one time somebody was trying to push themselves on me
Bacon
to heal me and to read me. And I was like, no, I said, do not let this person come near me, because, Jeff literally had to get in their face and tell them to back off.
Yeah. I didn't feel bad, but I think the guy doesn't like us because I was like, dude, back the fuck off. Just,
yeah.
So Kenny said the word bacon so we can get the food requirement in, because that's an important part of every live stream. So thank you, Kenny, for making it official.
I want Kenny to debunk the floating candles.
Yeah, Kenny. There you go. Debunk that shit. I magically made candles.
Have we ever told Kenny about the scratches?
I don't think so, but I don't know if I want to send him pictures of your boobs, because
No, but I'm just saying, have we ever told him about that story?
I don't know that Kenny would believe that. I don't know. Maybe if he's interested, we can chat about it. Maybe we'll send you the boob pics, Kenny.
I'm just saying, it's not that I want to show my boob, but that's something that intrigues me, because Kenny is but we could not reenact that. We tried to redo that and we could not.
And nothing happened before to make it do that.
No.
It's Joe saw him.
Before I went in the shower,
Joe said absolutely definitive.
It was there.
Joe definitively said it was a demon. I'm just kidding. Joe didn't say that. But Joe did say, like, I don't know what's going on. And again, you would have to you would have to just take our word for it that we didn't fake that. You know what I mean? So, Kenny doesn't want boob pics. We didn't say dick pics. We said boob pics. I'm open for all boob pics. Just kidding. Let's wrap this shit up before I get myself in trouble. Thank you all for joining.
It was boobs.
Yeah. Again, guys, I hope everybody understands. This was not a shit on Mason Fest or Kenny or scientific method only people. Like, this was not a shit on that. It was we're having a discussion that has lasted 4 or 5 days now amongst certain people a very good, important discussion. No one is hating on anybody. This is how shit should happen. You know what I mean? And I love it. And I hope
bacon ranch pizza.
I hope someone else goes on and continues the conversation on a different channel. I really this again. This is the first time we've talked paranormal all night.
I know.
For the whole entire stream.
Crazy, right?
A long, long fucking time. So, all right. Peace out, y'all. Thanks for joining. Go check out Mason, which is a paranormal engineer. Check out Joe Vitale. He's been in here. Kenny Biddle. Stay tuned. I'm going to forget channels. Guys.
What are you two doing?
Yeah, go check all these people out. Oh, Meddling Mediums. Go check them out. I'm looking for other channels that may be missed. Yeah, just peace out, y'all. Have a good night.
Bye.
In stream.